Two numbers. That's all you need. The first. 1 in 47. That's how many analysts who enter a top 5 buyout firm will ever sit in a partner's chair. The other 46 leave. Most of them voluntarily, most of them believing it was their choice. The second. $190 million. That's what the founder of a company your firm acquires in year 14 walks away with. In cash, by April. While your carry from that same deal vests over the next 8 years. Pending exit, pending preferred return, pending everything. You will spend your entire career on the buy side of that transaction. He spent 12 years on the other side. He wins. You won't understand why until level 8. By level 8, the only question left is whether it's already too late to be him instead of you. 10 levels. One thing nobody says out loud. Level 1. The Analyst. You're 22 years old. Your title says Investment Banking Analyst. Nobody who matters calls it that. They call it the pipeline. You are in the pipeline. It is 2:09 a.m. You are building an LBO model for a company you couldn't place on a map 9 days ago. The coffee is cold. The Bloomberg terminal is warm. Your model has 847 rows. You have been awake for 21 hours. Your effective hourly rate this year, before taxes, $29.69. At some point this year, you'll try to explain what an LBO model is to a friend outside finance. They'll nod. You'll realize, quietly, that you can't explain why it matters at 2 a.m. either. Not really. You're here because private equity is through that door. Not this door, the next one. What nobody explains. That door has a waiting room on the other side. 2. A longer one. But here's what's actually inside the waiting room. A document in a filing system you don't have access to yet. Section 4.7(c) of the Limited Partnership Agreement. You'll sign documents connected to it before anyone shows it to you. 2 years, minimum. Level 2, second year analyst. You're 24. There is a window. Everyone in banking knows about the window. It opens in the fall of your second year, closes before Thanksgiving. And if you miss it, you wait 3 years. This is not written anywhere. It is simply true. Like most things that actually govern your life. You apply to 8 firms. First rounds at 4. Super Saturday at 2. One offer by phone, Tuesday afternoon. $225 base. You take it without negotiating. At the offer dinner, a steakhouse, someone else's credit card. A partner asks if you have questions. You've saved one. You ask about carry. He smiles, specifically, not broadly. He says, "We'll get to that." That sentence, "We'll get to that," will follow you through the next 12 years with the patience of a collection agency. Here's what you don't know yet. Section 4.7(c) of the LPA is already filed. It defines exactly how carry is calculated, sequenced, and paid out. Nobody shows you this document until year 3. By year 3, you'll have made most of the decisions it governs. This is standard. This is intentional. Day 1, Monday. Level 3, the associate. You're 26. Day 1. 14 investment professionals. You memorize every name by Friday. By week 6, 3 of them are gone. 1 to a portfolio company. 2 to something vague. You ask a VP why. She says, "Fit issues." Fit issues is the phrase PE uses when someone was pushed. And the firm would prefer you believe they jumped. Your hours. 6 a.m. first email. 7:30 at your desk. 11 p.m. last email. Saturdays until 4, Sundays light. Over 18 months you'll define light down. Until it means 90 minutes on Sunday morning with coffee. Your VP tells you you're excellent at building models. This is the most dangerous compliment in private equity. The model builders make VPs. The VPs make partners. The partners made the model builders. Figure out which end of that sentence you want to be on. Your girlfriend asks if the hours get better. You say yes, immediately, without pausing. The pause would have told her everything. Section 4.7, C, is still filed. Still not shown to you. You have 18 months until they show you. You will not be ready for the number. Building something, not sure what. Level 4, the MBA, you're 27. 2 years, Harvard, Wharton, Booth. Whichever made sense when you applied. The firm says your spot is waiting. They say it with the confidence of people who've delivered on it roughly 60% of the time. You don't ask about the 40%. Business school changes one thing clearly. You stop thinking in cells and start thinking in theses. You can now sit in a room and explain why a company deserves a $2.8 billion valuation. With a gravity that sounds like conviction. 2 years of graduate school costs $220. And temporarily removes you from a $225 salary. The financial logic does not survive close examination. The social logic is airtight. You come back, post-MBA associate. Same level on paper, higher on the org chart in practice. First week back. A senior associate ahead of you is told he won't be promoted to VP. He holds it together in the meeting. At the bar, he doesn't. He says, "I thought I was tracking." Tracking is what PE people say when they mean something no one will confirm in writing. Watch who tracks. Watch who gets cut quietly. That tells you everything about level 7. VP tracker out. Watch the clock. Level 5. The Vice President. You're 33. The title arrives on a Thursday. Substantial. For approximately 9 days. Then they show you the carry schedule. Not the full LPA. Just the allocation table. 1 page. Your number. 0.375% of the fund. You run the math. In a $4 billion fund returning 2x net of fees, $3 million. Before tax. Spread across 10 years of vesting. Pending exit. Pending preferred return. Pending whether the credit market in year 7 does what year 7 credit markets historically do. In a fund returning 1.1x. Which happens more often than any placement memorandum will tell you. Your carry is $165. Before tax. Over 10 years of your life. You run this calculation 3 times. Same result each time. You close the spreadsheet without saving. This is the private equity equivalent of looking directly at the sun. Accurate and advisable. Now you understand why 46 of the 47 leave. But here's the thing they don't mention in the carry conversation. The founder who sold the company now sitting in this fund's portfolio. The one who sold it to your firm for $840 million. Walked away with $200 million. Cash. April. You are about to spend 7 years trying to extract the same value he captured in 12. Deal closes. Next one starts Monday. Level 6. The principal. You're 36. Somewhere between VP and principal. A line got crossed that nobody marked on a calendar. You stopped executing decisions and started making them. You get invited to the IC. The investment committee. First as a listener, then as a commenter, then as the person whose raised eyebrow costs the deal team 3 more weeks. This is a specific, invisible kind of power, the kind that has no ceremony. You now manage 3 VPs. 2 are excellent. 1 is you from 4 years ago. The 11 p.m. emails. The 900-row model. The complete conviction that precision equals forward motion. You want to tell him what you know. You don't. Partially because it would take him 4 years to understand. Partially because you're still not entirely certain what you know. What you know. Fund I is 9 years old. The returns are nearly locked. Your carry, the number you've been working toward since year 3, will be $1.8 million before tax across 11 years. The founder from Fund I's portfolio sold his second company last month. $340 million. 7 years after the first. He is 41. You'll think about that for longer than is useful. You commit to Fund IV. Level 7. The partner. You're 40 years old. The managing partner calls you in on a Tuesday. Corner office. Deal toys in glass cases. He says your name. He says partner after it. You shake his hand. It is real. The handshake is completely real. Then you go back to your desk. Because there's an IC presentation in 31 hours. And your VP's cash flow bridge has an error in the revolver draw schedule. If it goes to committee that way, it costs the deal team a week. You fix the model. At 40 years old, as a partner at a top-tier buyout firm, you sit down and fix it yourself. The Casio F91W on your left wrist cost $20 in 1998. Everything else in this room required 18 years and a very specific kind of life. The watch doesn't know this. That might be why you still wear it. Your carry in Fund IV, 1.25%. In a $5 billion fund returning 1.8x net, $11 million. Over the next 8 years. Pending. Always pending. But here's what Level 7 is really about. At this fund size, you are now buying companies directly from the people who built them. You are about to meet the person from the cold open. Get ready. Level 8. Level 8. The managing partner. You're 45. The deal is $840 million. Logistics technology. Profitable. Growing. Clean books. The founder is 43. He built it from 14 employees in 2013. He named the company after his daughter. He is ready to be done. He sits across from you. His number. $190 million. After tax. Wire transfer. Final. Done by April. The scar above your right eyebrow catches the conference room light. You've had it so long you forget it's there. Until moments like this. When you're looking at someone who found a different way to build something with the same hours you had. He took 12 years and 0 carry schedules. You took 22 years and 4 fund cycles. He walks out of this room in 6 weeks. Liquid. You walk out and begin the integration plan. An asset that needs 3 years of work before you can even model the exit. You sit in your car in the parking garage for 11 minutes before you start the engine. You think about the LBO model at 2 a.m. You think about $29.69 an hour. You think, he was always in the room. I just never counted him as a player. Fund V $5.1 billion. In market. Level 9. Your own fund. You're 52. Your name is on the door. First close. $900 million. LP relationships built over 25 years. People who believe in you specifically. Not the institution. You. This is what you built toward. This is the top of the machine. In the first 90 days of running your own firm, you will spend more time on fund administration, investor relations, and regulatory filings than on actual deals. You have become the CEO of the machine that makes the deals. You work more hours than you did as an associate. Nobody warns you about this. Everybody knows. Your net worth on paper. Somewhere between $80 and $180 million. Pending exits. Pending market. Pending a credit environment in 2031 that none of your models can price. One of the founders in Fund I's portfolio is 34. He will sell his company in 4 years for $600 million. He'll walk away with $150 million. He has a cap table, not a carry schedule. You understand, finally, what the difference costs. But you're 52. The fund is raised. The machine is running. Fund 2 is already in your head. Level 10. The legacy. You're 63. Fund 3 returned 2.4x net. The Ontario pension has been with you since Fund I 21 years. At the annual meeting, their CIO says this has been a generational partnership. You believe him. The Casio F91W is still on your left wrist. You replaced the battery twice. The band is worn through near the clasp. The watch was $20 in 1998. Everything else required 28 years and a very specific kind of life. The founder you bought out at level 8. The one who named his company after his daughter. Started another company in 2026. Sold it in 2031. He has lunch with his daughter every Thursday. You know this the way certain information finds you, without you having asked. Somewhere right now, a 22-year-old analyst is building a model at 2 a.m. He thinks he's building towards something. He is. He just doesn't know yet what it costs to get there. Or what it costs when you arrive. One level at a time.